Hello friends, welcome back to the Django tutorial. In the last video we have seen that how to create the model, and with the help of model how to create the tables in the database by migrating the models. Now today we will be discussing about how to add the data in the database. So till now you might have aware of that whenever you want to send the data to the database, so generally from where we are getting the data. So data is generating from the different forms. So you need a forms. For example, for a particular event, you want to create a registration form. So through that registration, users are registering themselves, and we are sending that data back to the database. That is one way. And another way is if you are considering that e-commerce website, that products are listed for the end user, but who is adding that product? So admin is adding that product. So there are different two different ways to send your data to the database. One is from your front end and another one is through the admin. So we'll see the both way. So first of all, we'll see about the admin. So let us run our server and check what will it show. So we have not created any HTML page. We have just installed the project. We have created the project and one app without any UI. So if I run Python manage.py and Python manage.py and run server. So what I'll get, I always miss the spelling of Python. Okay, something is wrong because I am in the Django tutorial directory and I have to switch to the demo model project. So I'll switch it demo model. This is my actual project. Okay, and here we'll run that Python manage.py run server. Now when your server is started, if you click on this IP localhost, so you will get the installation page because we have not created any UI. Okay, but we want to add the data in the database which we have created. So yesterday we have created the product name, product description and product price, which we have discussed in the last video. So if I write here, if you look at the URL, and here if I write slash admin and hit enter, so you will get that we are getting automatically Django administration page. So what is the username and password for this? So you need to set it. So how to set that? So let us come to our code, stop your server and check. So you need to create a super user for that. So how to create it? So simply type Python space manage.py and you have to write create super user. Without space, you have to write create super user. Hit enter. Now it will ask you for what kind of username you want. I have already created, so it is not giving me an option that leave blank for if you want an admin as a username, or you can write admin. That username will be created. If I hit directly enter, so it is asking me that it is not valid. So it is telling me that admin is already taken. Okay, so it is telling me that admin is already added, so I'll add a new one, suppose admin2. Okay, now it is asking me for the email ID, so I'll enter admin2 at abc.com. okay, and password, so I'll set the password 1234, password again 1234. Fine. So it is giving me a warning that it is too short, it is not having the length of 8 characters. As we are on the local machine, so I want to allow it, so I'll press Y for yes. Okay, now super user is created. Now let us come back to our page, which is admin. How we got this page? So simply you have written here admin. Okay, sorry, we need to start server again. Okay, come back and reload. Now you are on the administration page, that is admin page. So what username we have created? We have created admin2. Okay, and the password which we have created is 1234. Okay, and then we'll click on the login button and you will find that getting an admin page here. Okay, so what is the use of this admin page? We want to add the data in the database which we have created yesterday. Okay, but here we are not getting any option for that because we have not registered our model. The name of our model is product. So this product model has to be registered in the admin.py of your app. So product is our app and if you go to the admin.py, here you have to mention that. Okay, so from models you need to import your model. So how to import it? So here you have to write dot models from dot models, because this is a file name, models import. And what you want to import? You want to import your model. The name of your model is product. Okay, then the next step is register your model here. So how to register it? So you need to write admin dot register, sorry, admin dot site dot register, and name your model, that is product. So basically you are registering your app here uh, in the admin model. So where you have written this code in the admin.py of your app, that is product app. Now let us go back to our admin. We'll just reload it, and once you reload it, you can observe that we have a product model which is there. Now if you click on this link product, you will get that it is showing you some records that there is 0 products added because we have not entered any data in the database yet. So if you look at the right top corner, here you are getting an option of add product. So everything is automatically done. We are not doing anything. Because of the model, it is created the model inside the admin page as well. So when you click on it, automatically you will get the 3 fields. These 3 fields are generated based on what? The model which you have developed. So what model you have developed? Here you can see that in the model we have written product name with the maximum character length 100, product description with maximum length of 100, and one product price. So now we want to insert this data in the database. So product name, for example, I want to enter a product, for example, smartphone, and the product description is a lightweight smartphone. Okay, and the price is, for example, I want to give a price of 10,000, right? And when you click on the save, now you can see that there is a one object created for the product. And now let us check in the database. So come to your database here, click on your table. So we are in the my products database. Under the schema we have a table option, and here this is our table. So just right click on it, go to the view and all records. So you can see that the first record is created, smartphone, lightweight smartphone, and the price which we have entered to the admin panel. Let us add another product. So when you add it, and suppose you have the another product, that is smartwatch, then product description is smart wristwatch, and price you want to enter is, for example, 20,000 or 2,000, and save it. So once you save it, again come back to your database, and here if you reload it, then you will get that second record is also added in the database, this one. So without creating any UI, automatically in the admin panel we are getting our model and we can add the data. So that is a benefit of using frameworks, and that is also called as ORM. You are just sending the data with the help of objects. So these are the variables. So whenever you sending the data through the admin panel, so that is creating an object, and that object is mapped with the table which you have created with the help of model. So that is how we use the admin panel. But what if I don't want to use admin panel? So I need to create an UI from where I can add the product. Okay, so let us do that. So let us create a simple UI for that. So we need to add some settings to do that. So here inside the product we have a views.py. Okay, and for entire project we have not created any HTML page, so we need to create one folder in our parent project directory, and I'll name it as template. We have already done this several times, so I'll quickly do it. So go to the setting.py, under the location of templates you have to mention here that os dot path dot join and you have to write base dir comma the name of your folder, that is template. Okay, and for this I need to import the package OS. So here I'll write import OS, so it will give me access to the template folder. Okay, here I'll create one file whose name will be suppose index.html. okay, and I want to render this inside my app. Now we have two sections, one is project and app. In the previous videos we have not created the app, so how to configure it? So product will maintain the separate URL file. So whatever pages you will be rendering, the list of the pages URL should be maintained separately under this product. Okay, so in this HTML I'll just quickly write only HTML code, and here I'll write add product. Done. And here the urls.py is not present, so we need to create it. So inside the product I'll create a new file and I'll name it as urls.py. okay, so this is urls.py of your product app, don't be confused, and this is the urls.py of your project. So I'll delete these comments. So of your project. Okay, so I'll just copy this code for better understanding, and we'll come to the products urls.py. I'll paste it and I'll remove this admin part. Okay, now here what we want to do, we want to write a logic. So every URL must be rendered and it should be called through some functions, and functions are written under views.py. In the previous video we were creating the views.py under demo.model, so we don't want to do that now. So in the products here views.py is already present, and simply here we'll create one function def, and I'll name that page for example add product. Okay, and this add product will get an request and it will return the render page, and it will render the page for the given request, and the page is index.html. Okay, done. So this add product should be rendered when your products URL here. So you have to write path, and as a home page you want to show that page. Okay, but which function is rendering that add product? So in the views file you have a function called add product. Okay, so you need to import views here. So from current directory import views. So from views of your product you are using this function add product, and you are using URL. Okay, so this is the URL of your product, and the main URLs will be maintained under this urls.py of your project. Now come to that file here and add one more path. Okay, so what URLs you want to import? You want to import all the URLs of the product app. So simply here you need an help of include function. So include path. So as a home page you want to show the files which are present, URLs which are present in the product. So you have to write here that include and mention the app name, that is product dot URLs. So all the URLs which you are going to mention in the app URLs automatically will be included in the URLs of this. So you have to do this only once. Fine, and let us run our project. Okay, click on the IP, and now you will get the add product is there. So you want to create a simple form here. So let us come to an index.html and we'll create the form action. So where you want to send this to, we want to send to the URL which is add product, but it's a home page, so you can keep as it is. Then the method which you want to use is method post. Okay, then how many fields you want to create? You want to create a 3 fields. So first field is for enter product name, then input field, type is text, and field name you have to write, that is name. I'll name it as p name, that is product name. Okay, then on the next line, so product description, I'll name this as pdsc, that is product description, and p price, enter product price. Okay, so whatever values you are going to send, submit, so type should be submit. So we are creating very simple form without CSS. So whenever you enter the data, you are submitting to the home directory with the method post. So you need to receive this data where? In the views. So this is your home directory. How do you know that this is a home directory? From the urls.py, means you have not mentioned anything. So whenever you click on that submit button, it will come to home page. Home page is pointing to this add product function, and here you need to receive that data. So we'll check that if data is coming through post method or not. We have done this already in the previous video. So if the request, so the request dot post is equals to true, then only we'll render this page. Else we'll render this page with some message, and that message will be like error, please fill the form, and we'll display this value where inside the form, above the form, will display in the format what is the name of our variable, error, and it should be included in paragraph. So I'll include that message in some paragraph if there is an error. Okay, and if it is coming through the post method, you need to receive that value. So p name, that is product name, it will be coming through the request. So you will receive that data, request dot post, and what is the name you have given there, field name, that is p name. Same will be done for all the three things, that is pdsc, pdsc, here will be p price, and here also will take as p price. Now instead of p prices are integer value, so we need to convert it into integer. So we'll cast it with the help of integer. Okay, we casted it, but we need to send this data to the database. Okay, and the data is present, data is needs to be bind with the model. So how to bind it? Okay, so all these values which we have collected, we'll check that whether we are correctly receiving here or not. So simply what I'll do, I'll print those value for just checking that p name, whether I am receiving the value from the form or not whenever you click on the submit button. Okay, let us run your server and check. Okay, so we're getting an error. It is showing that invalid is something error. So we'll check that where we have displayed the message, we are sending the message with name error to the index.html page, and here we have displayed it in a incorrect way. So here you have to write two curly braces and then variable name, that is error. Okay, the error is gone, and okay, one more thing is remaining, that we'll check, we'll reload the page, and now we got the form. Okay, fine. Now we'll try to submit this the data. So enter the product name. So I'll enter the product name, for example Apple. The product description is laptop, and product price is suppose 10,000, and when you submit it, so it is giving you another error, that is CSRF verification, that in the earlier video we have seen that whenever we are using the post method, we have to add this token into our form. So we'll come to the HTML code, and within the form somewhere we need to add the CSRF token. So we added it. Let us go back and reload your page, fill the data, that Apple, it's a laptop, and the product price suppose 10,000, submit it. Okay, so we are on the same page because we are not given any message when uh, the product is added. Okay, let us come back here and check that whether we have received that value on the views.py where we have printed it. So it should be printed in the console. So it is not printed. So let us stop the server, run the server again, click on it, enter the data Apple, it should be laptop and 10,000, submit. Let us come back and now check. Okay, so it is not generating anything, so it means that something is wrong. We are not here in this if statement. Okay, I got it. So this is an incorrect way to write the post method. So I have written it incorrectly. It should be request dot method and is equals to it's a post. Now it is correct. So you just go back, reload your page and submit the data Apple, description, it's a laptop and 10,000. Submit it. Let us come back to your code, and here you can see that we have just displayed a product name and it is displayed in the console. Okay, it means that whatever data you are filling in the form, it is coming to this variable. Okay, but we have not sent this to the database. Now you want to send to the database. So how to send it? So now it is very simple. We have already created the model, and with the help of that model, the name of the model is product. We can do that. So come to your views, import the product model. You have to write from dot models, import your product name, that is product, your model name, that is product. Okay, and here create one object. You can name anything. For example, I'll name it as object, simple object. Write your model name, that is product. Okay, and what are the field names which you have given? So field names are product underscore name, product description and product price. So write down those here, that is product underscore name, comma, product underscore description, comma, product underscore price. And for each this model field, you have these values which you have received from the form. So you have to write p name, here it should be p description, and here it should be p price. So three values are binded to these respective fields in the object, and now you want to save this object to your database. So you have to write just object dot save, and that's it. And when you save it, you want to give a one message that will pass with the same variable, that is error. And now this time we'll give a positive message that record added, and please add more. Done. Let us come back, click on this server, we'll close the previous tab. Now you are getting a message, please fill the form. I'll fill the form like Apple. Okay, product name is laptop and product price is suppose 10,000. We'll submit it. Okay, now it is giving you an error that unexpected keyword product description inside the page. Let us have a look. So where we have written it, product. Okay, this p should be small. Okay, I have changed it. Again click on the IP, we'll fill the form here, that Apple, it is taking too long time to insert, and price 10,000 and submit. Okay, now you can see that your message is changed, that record is added and please add more. So it means that your data has to be sent to the database. Let us come back to the pgadmin, and here reload your page, table, and you can look into the table. You got one more entry, that is Apple laptop 10,000. The see ID 3 is missing because before giving this demonstration I tried one entry and I have deleted that entry. So you can try one more. So here I'll enter another one, for example Samsung, and I'll enter as smartphone and price will be suppose 5,000 or 50,000 and submit it. Okay, let us come back here and reload the database and check. So you receive another record from the form. So we have seen that Through the front end, we are sending the data back to the database, and also through the admin. Suppose you want to add the data through the admin, so you can visit the admin page. You have already created the super user. Through that, you can log in, go to the product, and here you can see that list of all the 4 products, or you can add it. So as admin, you can add through this, or if you want to give access to the user, you can create a separate web page and add it. And this is how we add it with the help of these 2 lines if you have created the model. So we'll see you in the next video how to select the data which is there in the database and to display it on the front end.